What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Happy Holi. Good morning. We're back with the same face and same expression from the day of horror to understand the reality between every festival turning as dark as possible every year because of all of this. Um, it's Holi, the same thing. The way my Holi is turned all colorless is just beyond niche to explain as it goes, right? I went to the cops yesterday. I went to Lakshmi Singh's office, the police commissioner, but ma'am was not in the office. The lady was deployed on duties outside, henceforth we couldn't pull off a written application to the officers that were there in the office, trying to have me leave the place as soon as possible because my case is grave as for them and they cannot have a direct say over any kind of request that I basically make. Moreover, I was also given by an officer a piece of their mind always on my requests for legal protection or restraint order or something like that in the name of every kind of violence that's been happening to me, with an expression of money being the power to make everything work. Indirectly, obviously, saying that no matter what, this is UP or this is India, and reality about life is such here that it's not the fiction that you write or it's not the writing that you do that whatever you write will come true. It's really about how much an officer is particularly busy and all of that in their life to be issuing a restraint order against your um, abusive parents, and no matter the kind of abuse you've been talking about since a decade, nothing really changes in the name of urgency or immediacy in case you are not some name to not think of money becoming as a tangent to this kind of a phase that to this kind of a space that than what you say than yeah than be more over the fact that a person is asking for a restraint order against the evident abuse in the eyes, words, and FIRs or applications, along with an episode of an actual violence a day before yesterday, just as the SHO promised that we might look into it a little later because we are busy at the moment. And so do not touch your child like that and drag them to the court, or sorry, the police, and tell them and say things about them which are irrelevant to the case. Henceforth, it'll be great if you know, the new officer, who was, I think, some local senior officer, uh, completely different to my case. Whatever could understand out of everything that I was talking, said that even if you go for any kind of serious whatever acts or so, whatever, even if they have to put, I mean, they can't put a non-bailable non-bailable act on your anyone who's trying to do an abuse with you, no matter the number of times they've done it before, which kind of like ticked me off a bit, thinking that maybe if Lakshmi Singh, being a woman, being a senior female officer, can understand the kind of abuse I'm in, maybe she might want to drop everything and issue me a restraint order and some kind of issue me my parents a restraint order, and I could have my Holi be completely you know um, again invested in the work that I'm doing, and not even have the fear of my father having another anger fit over any kind of celebration that he does on Holi with his friends. Come back home and give me his head about whatever he might wish upon, to make my Monday go more crazier than uh, what was that again? Yesterday, Thursday. I got beaten Thursday or Wednesday. I got beaten on Wednesday, yes, day before. No, if it's Friday, yeah, day before yesterday. So yeah, these are the things that are kind of like, completely putting my brain here and there about my reality. And oh my god, I sometimes wonder how many, but anyway, that's not relevant. So I thought, so I wrote down a couple more, I wrote down the application to DM again, and a couple of senior advocates, and who else? And the Supreme Court as well. Of course, explaining the entire thing, the scam provoked by them, and then this entirety, and then the drama that we're going to have the FIR be off. To which the SHO though said that no matter what, we will not put the case down and everything. So yeah. So I was reading about what can I be entitled to in the name of what you say, safety the first, and first and foremost, what I learned was beyond, yeah, okay. Under request for immediate legal protection, I seek immediate protection from my parents under the Protection of Women from Domestic Violence Act 2005 due to their ongoing verbal, mental, and physical abuse intended to coerce me into withdrawing my complaint. Protection Order, Section 18, to immediately restrain my parents from physically harming me using, excuse me, using verbal intimidation or emotional manipulation to threaten or harass me, forcing me to withdraw my complaint or contact the accused. Residence Order, Section 19, to secure my right to continue residing in my home without threats or eviction or intimidation. This I had no idea because my dad had been so loud about me getting the heck out of the house that I didn't. The only thing left in my muscle memory was to just somehow leave the house. But where to go, all penniless and stuff, that was completely off me. And going to an NGO and seeking a bed, or going to a hospital and seeking a bed, was such a risk I can't explain you. Because the way I can't tell you the way my sleep cycle. Yeah, so that's that. Then residence order we've read. Then monetary relief order, section 20. I had no idea monetary relief order as well. To direct my parents to pay for my essential needs such as food, medical care, and utilities. Compensate me for the financial distress caused by their coercion, career sabotage, and mental harassment. Now, in this particular one, I want to talk about um, medical care and utilities. Sorry, medical care most probably. Well, how do I say the kind of hypnosis I am in? What happens is that every time I go through under any kind of allopathic medicine or any medicine for that matter, even I won't say not even the antibiotics as well, but normal supplements, they kind of like put me in sleep more than put me in sleep for more than 14 to 15 hours, and that sleep is so weird. The moment I'm in deep sleep, the sleep paralysis will start happening, and within that sleep paralysis, there's a lot of violence going on. And when I get up, by these two men, and when I get up, I'm more than blank in my head, and the constant whispers in my ears are basically that whole memory from the dream uh, ringing around until 5-6 hours or so sometimes to navigate me inside the house. So I feel so completely lost of the memory inside my head within my own freaking house, that I have to freaking lay down from like another after 14-15 hours of sleep. I have to lay down for another 2 to 3 hours reading something, try to read something, and says probably reading a book and reading half a book and not even understanding a single word because there's no retention power left. Because I'm just trying to get my head back, and there's so much of whisper in my ears that yeah, even if I put music, it just completely puts me completely. It gets me super distracted to what I'm doing to the screen, to my eyes, or whatever I'm watching. So it's so dumb that it just like eats my entire. It feels like it's eaten not just like a few hours, but eaten like few years of my life. It's just very sad for me. So yeah, over this there's this constant feeling of some narcissistic, clingy, what you say, narcissistic, clingy attitude towards uh, getting me to work, getting me to feel normal and forget things. uh, Especially like the pain, and especially like why did you do such a thing in life, and why are you jobless and all that and stuff like that. It's not constant, but every time parents feel triggered, they just go on to be beyond their peace, hence beating you up, mentally harassing you, provoking you to talk, and all of that, and then suddenly turning into the concern. It's just so like it comes as a bounce. Anybody can make out that let me be. Otherwise, it's gonna be a sad death, not a peaceful death. Peaceful death shall be within years, with some kind of name, some kind of money, and at a place where I'm happy. But this sad death is just not allowed. So these are the kind of things that I feel a little worried about. Not worried, but awkward about. Like, how can I die like that? And why am I getting freaking beaten for not talking? I mean, yeah, okay. Well, I don't know. It's a little tough to process. Then yeah, so this is one thing that I wanted to talk about, and then compensation order, which is section 22. I'm sorry, to grant damages for the physical injuries I have sustained, emotional trauma and mental anguish inflicted through verbal and psychological abuse, career disruption and financial instability resulting my parents' actions. Well, if I was to be really honest about this, oh my god, people are going to hate me for being this cruel to my parents. But the way I have been, I can destroy anything on this planet at the moment just to save myself. Yeah. So if you talk about abuses and stuff, not the kind of abuse, then I can put a picture. I can destroy entire internet to see how crazy I've been. You know, as some kind of a treatment to anyone that does not like me because I'm gay or whatever in the life. It's sad, but such a passe that you can start getting beaten for it. What a dumb life, right? Then beyond this, I had a bad night because I was trying to work on something and I couldn't focus, and I kept talking to myself about how hungry I am. That's why, henceforth, the synergy, not the synergy, I'm sorry, the anxiety within to be happy about something that I can't really make sense of, and not be angry because not because I'm beaten. I bought myself a baseball bat, so there can be another episode of violence if at all I am attacked again. Plus, there's a lawsuit also waiting on my dad. If at all he touches me again, SHO has told me very clearly, give me a freaking call if at all anything goes wrong, and expect me to forget the fact that he did not take any kind of action apart from just a warning, putting a warning out to my dad that we're gonna put a lawsuit. I'm gonna put a lawsuit if you touch her again. Treat her with love, otherwise let it be. I'm like, what the hell? So many episodes of violence and yet such a treatment. Very nice. So just for my safety, I bought myself a baseball bat. Then grounds for urgency. My parents' repeated verbal, mental, and physical abuse continues to worsen, causing both emotional distress and visible bodily harm. Yeah, I've been beaten. The delay in executing Satyajit Mohanty, this is my financial scheme and stuff. Arrest has emboldened my parents to escalate the behavior. I'm facing deliberate attempts to undermine my mental stability and professional standing. Yes, they call me mentally sick, of course. I believe that unless this is honorable court intervenes urgently, my safety will be at grave risk, and I may suffer irreparable harm. Hence the prayer. In light of the above, I humbly request this honorable court to direct the police to execute arrest warrant against the scammer, grant a protection order against my parents to safeguard my safety and mental well-being, issue a residence order confirming my right to stay in my home without intimidation, grant a monetary relief order ensuring my parents provide financial support for my basic needs, issue a compensation order to hold my parents accountable for the sustained abuse and psychological trauma inflicted upon me. And pardon me if I look very demeaning. I won't say demeaning, but very, you know, someone who should be empathized and sympathized or be pitied over a lot because I've had such an episode, and what a dark reality. Look at the fact. I mean, it's Holi today, right? I'm not chilling with anyone because I'm working on something. My dad turned a different shade to my Holi. I went to the cops office yesterday, and they gave me a different head about Holi, and the women that I used to, oh my god, have a blast on Holi. They all are so distant in life at the moment that I can't even, beyond the episodes that I've put of depression online, um, I just can't stop missing them. So, yeah, all of this is very sad. I just hope this all comes to an end. And everything that I've put in the name of, let's just say, my entitlement as, as some space for me to believe I'm alive, um, I hope it all by Monday. By the way, on Monday early morning, I'm requested to put up an application, written application again for the restraint order and legal protection. I don't know what am I going to get in the name of legal protection, but yeah. Um, what was that? Yeah, the SHO is there, not the SHO. Sorry, the DM, the DCP, the DM. Yes, the DM. Sorry, the DCP. They give me a call and I'll fix it. So I'm just wondering, like, should I call up and be like, screw Oli, get this man arrested. He he touched me wrong for talking about my rights, and he beat me, and I'm bleeding, and I'm not happy about it. So all of these things are to come to an end, and I'm really sorry to every woman who feels very angry about this and super mad at me smiling about it, because I know a lot have been waiting for me since years the other side, and now when I've landed myself like this into something like this, they all are super pissed over the fact that screw you. When we told you to leave the house years back, you did not care about us, and now when we want to care about you, you've dragged your family like this. I haven't dragged my family like this. Don't be angry about it. It's just that my parents wanted to be a tangent to this, like this. After, and I didn't know anything, babe. I was taken over there, and I was given a peace of mind that was just not my peace of mind, and they got entangled with it. And now, police has to fix it. So police is having their own headache about it. Parents are having their own headache about it. I am having my own headache about it. You're having your own headache about it. And my entire career is having its own headache about it. So what am I supposed to be like about this? So it's just that. And I'm not trying to be out of line, I swear. I've been very patient, babe. I had to buy a baseball bat. I was to buy myself a swimming suit. Come on. Rest any which way. Found the person pull again, but yeah, it's just a little stupid. And again, to mark myself alive and keep the lawyers, you know, whoever would wish to take any kind of step into this when things fall out of line, and I can afford them in a with some sense of wisdom. I think I know the right people will come in, and all of this reality is coming out through a few people who are there in my life who are genuinely very wise, and their advice has always been to remain as transparent as you can and as you wish and as you feel right, and see the course of faith any which way, helping you being yourself again. Because who again? 34 years old, you want to be dead. Very nice. So if these are the words that I get all the time, no matter whom am I speaking to, or no matter whom am I being treated by, I think mm, there can be something worth in the name of patience to keep looking at, and then be like, all right, let's read something important and fix things right for each other. Right? Yeah, just that. So just like me, in case you were interested to know what goes on next, do remain hopeful that I do not suffer any other episode of violence and are in a very good, beautiful shape to remind you what Holi was like in your life through some kind of happiness in this particular case, right? Until then, happy Holi, and that's it. Thanks, take care, bye.